Hello and welcome to another video, or welcome if you're new here. Today is a little bit of a different video for me. It's actually going to be a sit down makeup video. I don't want to say beauty because it's actually got no skincare in today, it's just got makeup related products. I'm just taking the opportunity while the baby is asleep to sit on the sofa, have a coffee and just talk you through some makeup bits. As you can clearly tell, I'm not someone who shies away from makeup. I love eyeshadow, I love a bold lip, and I always have really. Living in Hong Kong, it's very hot, and so lots of people tend to not wear makeup or not wear as much makeup because obviously they're scared of it coming off or patchy or whatever. And I just thought that maybe, I'm no expert, by the way, I am not a makeup artist, so I'm not claiming to be an expert. However, I've lived in Hong Kong now for over 6 years, so I know how hot it can be and how difficult it can be to wear makeup in the heat. So I thought to do a video today with some products that I've tried and tested that I know work for longevity when it is hot and humid. I've had people often say in the past in Hong Kong, like, oh, how have you still got makeup on when it's like 4 p.m. and you've been out like on a boat, for instance, like all day. And I think that's just through trial and error of trying lots of different products and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So today I'm going to tell you some of the things I found and some of the tips I've learned. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Number one, I'm going to start with SPF, because of course we have to wear SPF every day, and that's not just because I live in a hot country. We should be wearing SPF every day, no matter where you live. However, of course, it's very, very important in Hong Kong because it is really, really sunny. So I've got two SPFs for you today, and the first one is this Kiehls one. Now I've got to say that I've always been like really scared when it came to SPF because of the fact that I have got like spot prone skin, so I can break out very easily with new products and stuff like that. So because of that, I've always been a bit like scared when trying new things out, but I found two SPFs that don't break me out. So the first one is this Kiehls, and it is actually for acne prone skin, and it is the Kiehls Ultralight Daily UV Defense Mineral Sunscreen, and it's SPF 50, but it does actually say lightweight formula for sensitive and acne prone skin, which is why I went for this one in the beginning, and it has not broken me out. And I've got to say, I think I've repurchased this 3 times now, and I just wear this under my makeup. It does have a bit of a sheer tint to it, which I actually really like for days, you know, like if you run in the shop and you don't want to put a full face of makeup on, but you just don't look, like I haven't got the most even of skin tone. Like I'm someone who, when you don't wear makeup, I don't look healthy, if you know what I mean. Like I've got like just uneven skin tone, like basically I'd need something on my skin to make me feel comfortable. So if I'm just running the shop, I'll just throw on like a bit of mascara and then the SPF because I'm going outside, but also it gives you a little bit of coverage, so you know, you just feel a little bit better about yourself. And I absolutely love it for holidays. Like this is so good for, you know, like around the pool or wherever. So you need your SPF, but you also want to just feel quite good about yourself. Throw on a bit of this and I really, really like it. Now, the other week I couldn't get to Kiehls and I was running out and I knew I needed another SPF. So I went to like my nearest shop and I found this BB cream from La Roche Posay. Let me just see if the camera focus. And I don't even know, I don't want to even try and kill this name, but it's the Roche Posay BB cream, and I've got the shade O2, which is too dark for me. I definitely don't want, but it was sold out in the shop and I was really desperate for SPF, and I thought, oh, this could do the same type of thing as the Kiehls, where I could just put a bit of this on when I don't want to wear makeup, and it does. So either one, I suppose, whichever one you could probably find in your nearest shop, or whichever one maybe is the cheapest. I imagine the Roche Posay one is probably cheaper because I think you can get the Roche Posay in like, you know, Boots and stuff where they do like 3 for 2 or whatever. Anyway, it is BB cream and it's the anti-fine particles with thermal spring water. Anyway, it says new photo pollution expert, and again it's SPF 50, and I've been loving this. So I would repurchase both of these. I probably, if a gun to my head which one to pick, I'd probably go Kiehls. However, I'd be happy with getting another Roche Posay if I can get it in the lighter shade. So once I've got my SPF on, and then I'm either going to use some tinted moisturiser or some foundation. Now if I'm going for foundation, because what I do want to be honest and say that I want this video to be for people who want to wear makeup in hot weather, so I thought I'd go for foundation. And my favourite foundation for the heat is Estee Lauder Double Wear Light, and it looks like this. Now annoyingly in Hong Kong they discontinued the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light, so I actually got my mum to send her over from England. What I've done is, previously when it's run out, I thought, you know what, I can't be bothered to get my mum to send her over, I'll just try different ones. And I've tried loads of different numerous foundations, and they just don't work the same. Like, I will go patchy during the day, so this is the only one I can wear and not go patchy really. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this enough. So if you're going on holiday or you live in a hot country, Estee Lauder Double Wear Light is definitely the foundation for you. The coverage is, like when I was younger I used to wear double wear when I used to have like more acne prone skin. I used to wear double wear to try and give myself as much coverage, but like now I think back, it was probably very cakey and very thick. But if you do like double wear but you're looking for something, you know, not as heavy, Double Wear Light is a really good option. As for like, I know lots of people say like, oh, if you like this you're like, oh my goodness, if you like this you're like a different one. So you know, people compare it to like, you know, NARS, Sheer Glow or whatever. I can't really compare it to another one because I have tried lots and I don't like them, so I can't really compare it. All I know is if you want a medium coverage foundation for the heat, that's how I'd say. And I've got a combination to dry skin, just for preference. So I don't know what it'd work like on super oily skin, I've got to be honest, because I do have medium to dry skin, but on mine it works and it stays in place all day. Now another one which is not really related to the longevity, however it's something that I do love to wear in the summer, and this is a summer makeup video, is the Brightening CC Serum. Let me just see that focuses. There you go. Yeah, it's the Brightening CC Serum. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is expensive. Like, I know obviously all Brightening products are expensive. I think they're even more expensive in Hong Kong. I remember the very first time I purchased it, it was like, I think it was something like £70 like ridiculous in Hong Kong, like absolutely ridiculous. But I'd heard so much about it, and this was a few years ago, so I bit the bullet and I bought it, and then as soon as I bought it I was like, why did I do this? Because I absolutely loved it, and I was like, oh. However, since then, I think this is probably my 4th or 5th bottle, and I've managed to get them all since then on, you know, in Hong Kong they do this on the list, which is like one of them like discounted, like every week they have a different brand that, or every day or whatever, they have a discounted brand with certain products. Anyway, so I've managed to get this for like half price on the, and it's now like my 5th bottle, and I absolutely love it. And it's a bit of an unusual product because it's kind of like, I think it's actually meant to be classed as like skincare and makeup. Yeah, so it says apply in the morning on the entire face alone or after foundation. After foundation. For smooth and intensely brightened skin. After foundation. I've never put this on after foundation. Okay, well I've never read the back, so I've never put it on like that. How I'd wear this is, again, if I was wearing no makeup, I'd probably put me SPF on and then put a little bit of this on top, just a bit of like, say if I've got fake tan on and then I put this on my face, because I don't put fake tan on my face, because again I'm scared of it breaking me out. I'd put fake tan on my body and then I'd put this on my face if I wasn't going to wear foundation. Or what I'd like to do is put a few drops in my foundation and mix it together, and it just gives it like a real lovely glow. Now I know that you think for the morning that is just obscene for a little bit of a glow, but I've got to say, like, it does look good when you mix it in. And like when I put it in, I've noticed that a few people have said, oh, your skin looks nice, which like they haven't said when they've seen me on another day. So I'm thinking it's got to be this. It's just really lovely. And I think it'd be really good if, say, you're someone who doesn't really wear makeup and you just wear a bit of tinted moisturiser, if you put like a little dot of this on your hand and a little dot of tinted moisturiser, and then you rub it in. I think that'd look lovely. Like, I've told my mum to get this before because I think like she doesn't really wear like foundation, but I think if you put a drop of this in the moisturiser, or you know, a little drop of a tinted moisturiser, I think it just look gorgeous. So that is the Brightening one. So that is the majority of my face. Oh, I suppose we'll put concealer in with the base. And the concealer I want to talk about today is the Tarte Shape Tape, it's called. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my nails out of shot because they look disgusting because they're not painted. Yeah, it's the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. The reason why I love this one is because I've always been a fan of the NARS creamy concealer, creamy colour, whatever. You know, the one, you'll know which one I mean. It's the one that like everyone has. Anyway, the NARS creamy concealer is the one I've always used. But I started to find that like it really was moving under my eyes. Like either it would come off and you'd still see like I've got dark circles under my eyes naturally, and then now with the baby who just hates sleep, they're like purple, black. Like look, I've got black eyes and I've got no makeup on. So I think I need a good concealer, and I started to notice it like moving, so you could see the dark circles still, and then also it was like sitting, you know, in your creases a little bit. I don't know, it just started not sitting on my face well, if you know what I mean. And I think I'm one of the people where I've tried lots and lots of different concealers, and like other than the NARS one, I've never found one where I've repeatedly bought, because I just feel like they always move underneath my eyes, or they always sit in your creases. And I do wear powder, like I will set them with powder, but I still feel like they sit not nice. Anyway, so I've started using the Tarte one. I've had this now for probably about 2 months, and I definitely will be repurchasing it. It covers completely the dark circles. Like I don't need to use a corrector before I put my concealer on. I just use the concealer and it completely covers the circles, and it doesn't sit too badly in my fine lines, and it doesn't move throughout the day. So for longevity, I think the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is a good one. Okay, so that's all the base, and obviously the base products are the main products that you want to have longevity during the day. However, because I wear eyeshadow, I also don't want my eyeshadow to move during the day. So what I tend to do is I will put on a liquid base first, and then I'll put on my powder eyeshadows. So my liquid base, I always go for the MAC. These ones are called the Dazzleshadow liquid. So what I actually do is I'll put this on as my base, and then I'll put the powder eyeshadow over, and then if I want a little bit more of an oomph, I will then put this over the top of it. And I'll show you now. I'll show you on my hand. Is that focused? Sorry, what? There you go. So it is this like liquid, super shimmery. It's beautiful. You see that? It's so metallic. So metallic. It's lovely. Yeah, so this liquid, well, it's called Dazzleshadow liquid, and it's just beautiful. So I'll put this all over and then blend it in with a fluffy brush, and then I'll go on with my powder eyeshadows, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And then I'll sometimes just put this, just a little dab in the middle of my lid, just to give that little pop of colour at the end. And I absolutely love it, and I've bought it in a few different colours, but I always go back to this one, and this one is called Beam Tan, and I think this is also, again, my third one of these. I think that's how you know if you love a product, because there's so many makeup products out there. So if you know if you're repurchasing the same product again and again, you obviously love the product. Otherwise, you just try something new, which I do. Like mascara is one for me, which I just constantly try new ones because I never found one that I want to go back to. Okay, so speaking of eyeshadows, recently I've been absolutely loving the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this one called? Easy Eye Palette for Charlotte Darling Look. So I'm assuming it's called Charlotte Darling Look. And this is one I've actually had in my collection for quite a while, like a long time, and I just randomly rediscovered it recently, and I've been wearing it non-stop every day. Like for me, I've always been someone who uses a few different palettes, you know, to create one look. However, I can just use this one palette to create a look. So like for instance, like I'll often have a palette where I can create the full look, but then in the inner corner I like to have a little pop of light colour, so I'll have to go and use another one for another palette, but I use just this one complete. That's all I'd need. Anyway, so that's not really one for longevity. Like, it's not, well, it does stay all day, but it's not a product I'm telling you is specifically designed for longevity, but it's just something I'm absolutely loving at the moment. The only thing I would say about Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows is that the colour payoff is amazing. However, it's weird because I've not really, when I've heard other people talk about them, I've always just heard like such amazing reviews, and they are amazing, but the colour payoff is insane, but the fallout is bad when you put them on. Like when I'm applying it, the fallout during the day is fine. It doesn't fall out during the day. However, when you're applying it, it drops a lot, like when you're doing it. So either you could probably do your eyeshadow first and then your base, but I don't really particularly like doing that because I feel like I like it to blend in seamlessly. So you do have to do a bit of a clean up job afterwards. However, the colour payoff is so good that I don't mind. And the last side product is liquid liner. Now, I wear liquid liner pretty much every time I wear eyeshadow. I'll probably have liquid liner on, and I have done since I was about 16, so it's been many years. So I've probably been wearing liquid liner now every single day nearly. Probably 80% of the year I'll have on liquid liner every day for about 12 years maybe. So yeah, it's been a long time, and what's crazy about that is during that time, I can honestly say there's not been one liquid liner where I've repurchased it again and again and again and again. Same with mascara, I'm constantly trying new ones. However, this one is my second one, and I will repurchase it again. And it is just the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. It doesn't say anything else, so I'm assuming it's just, I don't know if she just has one or this one's just called the liquid liner. And let me just show you. Is that focusing or what's going on? There we go. Yeah, so it's basically just a purple one, and the reason why I love this one is because it stays in place. Now that is the main things I'm looking for in liquid liner is it doesn't move, it stays in place all day, and the colour payoff stays in place. Because you know, often you put them on, look really jet black, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a good one, and then like, you look at it like an hour later and it doesn't look jet black at all. Like, that really agitates me. However, this one doesn't do that, so I'd say it's definitely a good one, and it's a good one for long wear. Like, I've been out in it all day, like I've been like sweating and stuff, and it hasn't moved, so it's a good one for longevity again. Okay, and my last three products are all lip products. You notice that I haven't really done any like bronzers or anything like that, because again, I keep changing them, so there's not one where I feel comfortable enough to say to you, I've repurchased this again and again. However, my lip products are ones that I've repurchased again and again, and it is my go-to nude lip. And I have got a red lip on today, but generally I will wear a nude lip. I'll probably wear a nude lip near enough every day, and then a red lip, I don't know, you know, twice a month or something. Anyway, so my nude lip go-to lip liner is actually a really affordable one, and you can see this is now tiny. But it is the Rimmel, and it's completely come off, but I know it anyway. It's the Rimmel Tiramisu one. So let me just show you the colour. And then I'll put it on my hand. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Yeah. And it is just like, you know, a typical nude, but I'd say it's more on the, I'd say more on the browny, dark peachy brown side than like the pinky side. Yeah, and I just love this one, and I've tried a lot of nude liners. Like, everyone goes on and on about Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury, but for me, I feel like this stayed on my lips. I don't know if it's just your type of lips, but this stayed on my lips much better. And I used to really love some of the MAC, like was it Strip Down maybe? Anyway, I used to love some of the MAC ones, and I've still got the MAC ones in my drawer, but I know that I love these because I think I've had 4 of these now, and I sharpen them until they're gone, where I've had MAC ones and Charlotte Tilbury ones and whatever in my drawer, and they've never been sharpened down, because I think I've only ever finished like 1 MAC one before, so that's why I definitely know that I love these. And again, they stay in place really well. And then on top of that, I always go for, now this is probably my, I'd say, could be about 10th one of these, and it is the Velvet Teddy, MAC Velvet Teddy. It's a very cult colour, isn't it? And the MAC Velvet Teddy, and again, it's just a nude, but like it's coming up quite pink on the camera, but it's really not. It's just like a brownie. I suppose that's got a bit of pink in it, but it's a brownie pinky nude. Yeah, and it's just, if you look at any of my photos on Instagram and I haven't got a red lip on, I've got that on. Yeah, so I haven't got a red lip on, I will have the Velvet Teddy on. Okay, I'm sorry if the angle of the camera has changed a little bit. My camera battery died, so I had to change the battery. So I was actually on my last item, and it is the Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector. I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. And this again is another one that I've repurchased again and again and again. I think this is probably like my 3rd or 4th one of these. And the reason why I love these, especially for summer, is that it's just such an amazing, it's kind of like in between a gloss and a balm. I don't actually know how they would describe it. I think, it doesn't say any, but for me, I'd say it's in the middle of a gloss and a balm, but it also feels like it's kind of hydrating your lips at the same time, which is why like I absolutely love it, because for the summer I either will wear it just over, like I'll put some Velvet Teddy on and just put a little bit over, or I might only just put a little bit of lip liner on just to define my lips and then put this over it. Or if I'm wearing like, you know, no makeup, or as I said earlier on, say I've just thrown on my SPF for a bit of tinting, bit of mascara, and then I'll just put on this on my lips. So just like a natural no makeup look, but just get that little bit of like elevation and a little bit of colour to your lips, because I've got quite like pale lips, if that makes sense, like not very defined, like the liner of lips is not very defined, so I don't really feel comfortable wearing just like a lip balm, no colouring. So I just throw this on and I absolutely love it, and couldn't recommend it enough for summer. Okay, so that's actually all of my makeup bits for you today. I hope you like this new type of video. I don't think I'll be doing lots of beauty and makeup ones, just purely because it's not something that, you know, I feel I know loads about, but I know that I consume a lot of makeup, so I thought it would be interesting to do one particularly about the hot weather. So anyway, I hope you liked it, and if you did, can you please give it a thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more of me, head over to my Instagram. I'll put the handle and the link in the description box below, and I'm going to start doing maybe some IGTV on my Instagram as well, and it's just some shorter videos over there, so maybe I'll be speaking a little bit more about makeup and stuff on there too. So anyway, hope you liked it, and I hope I'll see you again in my next video. Bye bye.